morning. I am conducting this interview on behalf of Unity Hospice. Today we are interviewing Alan Ferguson, Sr. Today is February 23rd, 2018. This interview is being conducted in Belleville, Illinois. The purpose of this interview is to record the veteran experience of Alan Ferguson, Sr. for the Veteran History Project. Mr. Ferguson, would you mind giving us your full name?
Alan L. Ferguson, Sr.
What was your date of birth?
5/28/1953.
And what was your branch of service?
Army.
And what was the highest rank attained?
E4.
And what was the war or conflict you served in?
Vietnam.
Okay, so we're going to back up a little, if that's okay. We go
Okay.
all the way back to the beginning. Where were you born?
East St. Louis.
East St. Louis. And what were your parents' names?
John and Alice Ferguson.
And what were their occupations?
Dad was a truck driver. Mom was a housewife.
Did you have any brothers or sisters?
Not really. I had an adopted sister, but not legally.
All right. Okay. So were you drafted into the...
No,
You volunteered?
I volunteered.
What year did you go in?
1970.
1970.
I was
So
16 years old.
well, you went in at 16 years old? Did you join the military at 16?
Yeah, you can with your daddy's signature.
So, and after 1968, which was a drastic loss of lives, they were needing, I'm sure, to have even more people in. So what made you decide to join?
Got in a little bit more trouble than I thought I'd get into.
Okay. Okay.
Truthfully.
All right. And so why Army as opposed to any other branch of service?
My Uncle Charlie, he was Army. My dad was Army. I kind of more just stayed with it.
So it's in the family.
Family.
It's kind of in the blood, I would assume. So at 16, you were in high school and then decided to go straight in after...
I dropped out of high school, yeah.
And then went straight into that. How did your parents feel about you joining the military during the Vietnam War?
Well, at that time, everybody thought Vietnam War was everything, but if you enlisted in to go to Vietnam, you didn't go to Vietnam. You went to Germany. You wanted Germany, you went to Vietnam. Well, it didn't work out that way. They kind of pull a switcheroo on you.
So much for that dream sheet, huh?
Right. You say Vietnam, you go to Vietnam. I mean, there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
What year did Vietnam end? Was it 75 or 76?
75.
75. So there were still quite a few years to go in that. How many years were you in the Army?
2.5.
Did you go straight from, in the Army, is it basic or boot camp? Is it basic training or boot camp?
When I went, it was boot camp.
Boot camp. Did you go straight to Vietnam from boot camp?
Yeah.
Okay. So when were you living in East St. Louis at the time?
Mm-hmm.
So you're in East St. Louis, and you decided to join the Army. You probably caught a bus maybe to go to the airport. You went to the airport.
In fact, they delivered me there. I went through East St. Louis office, and they took us there. About 4 of us went in a group plan.
And did you go with any buddies?
Yeah.
Oh, I say they a lot of times had buddy system back then. Did that make it any easier? Do you think?
A little bit until we all got separated.
Was that right after boot camp?
Right.
Yeah. So where did you go to boot camp?
Fort Underwood.
So not too far from
No.
here then, a few hours away. But I guess it might as well be the other end of the world, though, actually. How long was boot camp?
8 weeks.
8 weeks. So do you remember the day you actually landed at Fort Leonard Wood? Do you remember the day
I drove down.
You drove down? Do you remember kind of what that felt like that day?
Like that was March, I think. I don't remember if that was 70. I guess that was 70.
Probably met by a drill instructor with cake and
Yep.
ice cream, right?
Yeah. With a big cherry right on top.
Welcome, right? So they immediately probably let you know who was in charge when you landed there.
Oh, yeah. You fall into formation. You're introduced to your drill instructors. And then you're taken to your little place you're going to spend the rest of the 8 weeks.
How was that feeling? Did you feel unsettled, or did you feel like,
Basically, basic was hell.
yeah? Some people say they enjoyed it. I'm like, I don't know where you went to basic, but I don't remember how
No.
they scream and yell at you, right? And first few weeks, especially,
Whoop your ass
feel
too
like
if they have to.
you feel like dirt the first few weeks because they want to make sure that you know what's going on. And yet they shave your head.
Not
Right?
really.
Really?
No.
No.
No, I went in with a regular haircut.
That with I think I know when I went to basic, for me it was the 70s and everybody had long hair. And it's kind of when you show up at basic, like what happened to all these guys with the long hair there? But,
We didn't have a long hair, but I mean, didn't have to be bald.
so they just cut it military style then. With that. So they didn't shave your head.
No.
Did you have to walk down a line and get shots on both sides of the arm? Kind of like, and then they throw a bunch of uniforms in your arms.
Yeah, well, you go through a line and behind a bunch of doors there's a bunch of needles.
Yeah.
You don't know if this one's getting stuck first or this one, or both of them.
And you went into basic with some buddies from this area then,
Yeah.
right? Did you guys end up in the same squadron?
We didn't. I didn't see none of them until Vietnam, and the only reason I seen him was he got killed over there.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That was the hard part.
I can imagine that, especially somebody that you go in with and has the same experience you have. It's very, very difficult. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in a bit, if that's okay. What were the typical things that you would do? Like, let's say, did you have a bugle call, or in the morning? What is that?
It's a rebel call. You got up, ate, done your regular duties, whatever it would be.
PT, that type of stuff.
That was in basic, yeah. Basic, you had that every morning.
First thing in the morning before the sun rises.
Before you ate even.
And so March, a little bit cold there still in March, I would assume.
Yep.
A little bit cold, but before the real hot summer, so that's probably not too bad a time to be there.
It wasn't real bad then. I mean, we had good instructors. That's one thing we could say about it.
What type of things would you do all day? Marching, class, work, shooting?
PT, we'd done rifle range. I was a heavy equipment operator. I moved tanks. Other than that, it was just a normal day. You know, you had your routine, you had the honoring of the flag and everything. Yeah, I had an Uncle Charlie that was there, and he was 64 Charlie MS. He was a heavy equipment operator, and he loved it.
So you knew a little bit about that.
And
so explain to me what a heavy equipment operator does.
I pull L-88 tanks.
So big things.
Big
Heavy
thing.
equipment.
Yeah.
So you pretty well knew when you went in then that you were going to get that, or?
Well, when I actually got where I knew I was going to get to go under 64 Charlie, then I knew I had it. Then I knew, like.
Where did you do training for that at?
Fort Leonard Wood.
Fort Leonard Wood too. When did you become aware that you're going to be going to Vietnam?
30 days after I graduated. They cut papers for us all to go to Vietnam. And I guess that was in 71.
What did people feel like when they heard that?
At that time, we all didn't know what to expect. Because, I don't know, the Vietnam War was told in so many different stories, and it's been wrote by books by different stories. And when I went over there, I landed in green pasture fields. I mean, I was just like I was home in the States.
Wow.
Grass was green, buildings were white, they were all painted.
Season?
No, I mean, it was that, we flew into Cameron Bay, and it was just like normal living.
And then
when we went on, then we got our orders to go on up north in the Phu Bai and Quan Tri and DMZ zone. And then it got a little bit different. But Cameron Bay was just like being stateside.
Wow.
You couldn't ask for better living.
That must have been kind of really surprising to see that.
Yeah, because like I said, we were already, when we was flying over Vietnam, over Cameron Bay, we were ready for them to throw us our weapons and jump out of the plane.
So when you went over there with a group, does that mean that you went with the same guys you went through training with?
Most of them, yeah, went over.
So that helps a little, right? Because you had...
Yeah, we knew each other.
Yeah, and you what to expect out of each other and what you could trust out of each other.
If you didn't have your back, somebody else did.
Good. Good. So you guys have been through a lot before you even made it
Yeah.
there. What did your family say when they found out you were going to Vietnam?
Really nothing. I think it kind of shook us all by surprise. Because one, I shouldn't have never been over there in the first place. The only surviving son.
Oh my gracious.
I was the only, at that time, they weren't taking somebody that had to carry on the last name.
Right.
And mine was the last name. Nobody else could carry my name on. And they sent me over there anyway.
Well, and they were desperate at that time. I think it's like after 68.
Yeah, 68, 9, and 70, and part of 71 was the crucial parts over there.
So when you landed in Cameron Bay and you went north, what was it like when you got to the final destination?
You never did get to the final
Because you
destination.
go through the whole, you moved.
You didn't know where you was going from
So I guess what I mean is
point A to point B, point C.
So it wasn't like going to landing at a base and you had a home base you're always at. It sounds like but when you met up with the group or the squadron, what is it? Was it a squadron in the Army?
Army, and then you had
platoon.
21st Airborne, which I was 21st Airborne. Yeah, once we all met up, we had a ball. You know, for the first, like I'd say, first 6 months.
Did you that first night there? Did you have any
It was kind of scary.
apprehensions? You don't know what to expect,
No.
right? And you probably see people that have been there for almost a year and kind of messes with your head a little bit.
Yeah, because they tell you anything. You know,
They want to scare you.
you gotta watch. Yeah, they were all right though. They're a bunch of good guys.
So what was what was the squadron and so again Air Force? I'm so sorry. Is it a platoon? What's the
The
smallest?
platoon is that was what we were actually in, was a platoon.
Okay.
Just a bunch of group, and we carried under one symbol. Like 101st Airborne is a eagle.
Did you jump too?
Yeah.
So you jumped out of airplanes.
Yeah, twice. And that was enough.
I used to train pilots how to jump or eject airplanes. I jumped once and that was enough. But they made sure that everybody went through that.
Yeah.
Fort Benning?
Fort Benning, Georgia.
Yeah. So you got training for that. How long were you in training for that?
3 months.
I understand that you do a lot of push-ups at Fort Benning. Is that right?
That's a workout.
And it's how did it feel though to finish that though?
It was great when they give you that plaque and you got it and you did it on your own.
You feel pretty proud of that.
Yeah,
You still have
it's something
your
that
jump wings too.
does
That's
keep
something
you.
pretty proud to
Yeah.
have on your uniform, isn't it?
Yeah, you get a set of wings.
So what was when you got to the first after you left Cameron Bay and you landed where you with your team or your platoon? what were the living conditions like there?
It was just like living in East St. Louis. You know, and you had your own little quantum hut.
There's a hut.
You have 8, 10 people in there staying with you. We all had everything divided off. And
Are they cots that you're in?
cots, some of them made beds,
And
some of them stole beds.
comfortable cots?
Oh, yeah.
No air conditioning, right?
No.
So you were there June or July or hot, humid?
Over there, the temperature over there was nice. I loved the temperature.
So we need hot,
It was
nice,
tropical.
and,
I mean,
humid?
You didn't get sweaty, or you didn't get hot, you didn't get cold.
So it's not like in East St. Louis in July, which is really hot
Yeah.
and sweaty.
I mean,
Oh, good. Is it because you were up further north, or?
well, I don't know. I got up in the DMZ zone, and I got cold up there. I mean, you had parkas on up there.
Wow, I did not know that.
But it wasn't.
So it wasn't bad to not have air conditioning in there.
Pardon? Not have
dirt
CD air?
floors? Dirt floors?
No, we actually had wood floors.
Wood floors, wow.
Yeah, they were wood plank floors.
Would that be considered your base then?
That's where we got everything out of it. We ate there, we slept there, we drank there.
It's about 8, 10.
They were Quonset huts that we'd all built.
Oh, wow.
We had our own bar.
So what was it like living with that many guys?
It was great.
Wow.
It
Kinda
was.
like
It was a lot of fun.
Even better, huh?
Yeah.
So what would a normal? I know there's no normal, but what would a day look like that you can remember? How would a day look for you? You get up, you go to breakfast or PT, or you have your PT because that is just PT period being in.
Over there, you just if you didn't have no guard duty or nothing to pull, you was on the normal.
So you get up, eat breakfast in the morning.
Eat breakfast in the morning, do what you wanted to do, go to the villages.
And so what was your, heavy equipment operator? Were you moving heavy equipment
Yeah, I was
there?
pulling all everything
So you're pulling tanks?
actually in and out of the DMZ.
So tell me a little bit about the purpose of what you were doing. Were you taking them to?
We were taking them actually to the war zone. Actually, to me, that's what I called it. That was the DMZ zone.
That's pretty dangerous, right?
That's when you're out in no man's land with nothing.
Bombs you can blow
I mean, you can hear them going off behind you, in front of you, on the side, and everything else.
You're probably happy to
Watch a guy drop dead in front of you.
You're probably happy blowing up tanks.
At least it did have some steel armor in it, but I don't know.
What was the protection like?
Had great protection. Had great fire trucks. We called them fire trucks. They were all armed with L-88 tanks, the semi-guns. I mean, we had the big artillery.
So they want to come after you. They're going to feel us back.
Yeah, they feel us. They know we were there.
Do you mind? I know you talked about you see somebody that drops right in front of you and you lost a friend. Do you mind talking?
I've lost a couple friends over there. I lost one of my best buddies over there over a can of Diet Coke.
So how did that happen?
Got killed by his own gun.
How did that happen?
They were on a guard duty mission on a fire base that was Vietnamese. And soda over there is number one. I mean,
It's a luxury.
that's your dream, your Cokes. And he set his weapon down, and little 12-year-old grabbed it. And when he grabbed it, it was on automatic, and it cut him in two.
Was that your buddy?
That was one of my close friends that was over there. I don't talk about that one too much, because that one there does kind of get hurt a little bit. Because it's just to watch him die right in front of you,
Do you mind if I ask what were the things that were wonderful about him that you remember? The things about him that
There was never a dull moment.
he was funny.
I mean, I was on Bob Hope Christmas show in '72,
Oh my!
and there was a few of them that done some prankster jokes over there, come out naked,
Oh,
filming Bob Hope's Christmas
Bob
show.
Hope probably got a kick out of that.
He did. But
Who were some of the entertainers?
Jim Neighbors, Pointer Sisters, Jan Daly, Bob Hope. Can't remember a few of the other ones. There was a couple of them, no names, but Bob Hope's and Jan Daly, Jim Neighbors, and the Pointer Sisters. That was the big crowd.
Didn't it, so that probably USO show, right? Was it Christmas at that time, or just during the year? Was it Christmas?
It was that was their last Christmas show of the year,
So
of the season, period.
Certainly feels like, for those of us that have been overseas, when Bob Hope shows up, it feels like a piece of home is right.
Yeah.
For just a few minutes.
I'll tell you what, that was the best hour and a half you could ever ask for. I mean, being on that show or just being at that show.
What did you do on the show? You said you were on the show.
Actually, I got a love song sung to me.
And who sang it to you?
Jan Daly.
That must have been something.
Yeah.
Boy, the boys probably hooted and hollered at you, didn't they?
Yeah, because we were all down in front.
They pulled you on stage?
Yeah, they built 2 stages. Bob Hope had his up here, then we had ours down here. And we had 25 bottles of Jack Daniels. And we drank them all.
Oh my goodness gracious.
But yeah, it was fun over there then.
Sweet kiss, huh?
Yeah.
It's amazing how, God bless, Bob Hope. I don't think he probably had more than a handful of Christmases at his own home. He was so dedicated and making sure that you guys.
I mean, some of the stuff that they done for the soldiers,
In dangerous situations for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, we were. That was just a normal day to us over there. I mean, we could get an air raid, anything at the show.
Yeah.
But 9 out of 10 didn't happen. It was pretty well secured.
In '82, Bob Hope, I was in the Philippines, he came over there, and it was just, he was tired, he was older, but he was still out there.
Oh, he was very active. He was a comedian.
So you would get up in the day, and after you ate breakfast, if you were working that day, there was a place that you were assigned to take those tanks. Is that typically what? So you take them out towards the.
We'd either bring them in for repair, or we'd send out a different one.
So that's pretty well what your job was.
That's what we did all the time. Yeah, I mean, we always knew we had one loaded. That it was ready to go. I mean, it sit there from 1 o'clock in the morning till 1 o'clock at night, just not even move.
So at 16, that was probably when you went to the first time that you ever been overseas. Is that right? What did it feel like? Did it broaden your world perspective, or what did it feel like to be in a foreign country and see things that were so different than what you experienced? What was that adjustment like, or observations of that?
I don't know. To me, there was changes, but then in other ways there wasn't changes. I mean, it was just a basic career. To me, is what it was. You got up, you done your part of your duty, you served your country, you got out, lived your life.
Being in a third world country, people's lifestyles are different. How did that impact you?
That didn't really impact us too bad. Really, I can't really say that it really had a big impact on anything, really. To me, Vietnam was a war that should have never happened.
Did that, there was a lot going on when you were there, a lot of demonstrations, a lot of,
I mean, you had
the Pentagon Papers, a lot of...
Lieutenant Calley and all them, they were
was
all...
Lieutenant Calley before or after you?
I have seen him actually during combat over there, and he wasn't over there long. That's when the conflict and everything started going bad. And
how did all that impact you?
Callie, to me, was a big coward. And I'd say it in front of anybody. He was over there for one thing and one thing only: publicity.
So
he wanted to be the big head.
He wasn't a true soldier.
No.
You didn't go there to serve or to save. You went there to.
And you know, to my point of view, a lot of people that went there should have never went there. But a lot of people that did died for no reason.
How is that trying to put the? I think people, soldiers, it's not a political battle to them. They go to serve a country, but you're in the middle of a political battle. How were you able to do that? Were you able to?
To this day, I probably still couldn't tell you how I understand it completely.
You survive, I guess.
To me, I never did really talk about Vietnam or anything. I mean, I was there. I'd done my tours. To me, it was just a big political joke. And that was my point of view.
Well, there's a lot of people's point of view in that time.
You know.
And afterwards, as well.
Had a lot of good people die for no reason.
Communicating back home, did you get letters from home, or were you able to write letters?
Oh, I wrote every time we could get a chance. We had regular mail call.
And the mail came into.
Through regular post
I
office.
think you won't realize how.
You might not get a stack that high, but you got a card.
But it was always meaningful, wasn't it, to hear from home? And how long were you in Vietnam again?
The first I came home on a leave, and then I went back. It ended up almost 2 years on it.
2 years in Vietnam? Oh my gracious!
And but like I said, once you got over the hill, you had it made.
You're fine with that.
Yeah.
Did you work 7 days a week, or did you ever get days off, or?
We were always off. We never had, we didn't have a 24-hour, 8-hour-a-day job.
So you had the ability when things weren't happening to go to the village, did you say?
Oh, we'd go to the village or we'd shoot a buffalo or
shoot a buffalo?
Yeah.
Water buffalo?
Water buffalo. We'd use them as target practices.
What were the villagers like, Vietnamese?
Some of them was great. Like where I was stationed at in Phu Bai there, you couldn't ask for a bunch of better people. I mean, we'd bring in 2 or 3 people come in with our vehicles, and they'd clean our hutches or clean our houses out, whatever, do all our wash.
Give them a little extra money,
and they wanted that dollar bill. That dollar bill was worth about 5 times more than what their money was worth. But they liked it. And you'd tell them about you wanted to make $1, and buddy, they were there. You had 15, 20 of them there.
Was there any of the Vietnamese that you feel like you connected with? Anybody in particular?
No, there was a lot. There was a few of them in the shipping industry there when they started pulling out a lot of the equipment. We got to know them real good.
Did you feel like culturally you learned anything different than
Yeah, I figured out how rice is made.
Did you figure out how to fry rice, put some spam in there, and it tastes good?
I mean, I never thought that's how you made rice, but out of a bean.
They subside
and soak it.
Wow. Were there any very close friends that you'd like to talk about?
Not really. I don't know any of them anymore. Nowadays, I mean, everybody is gone.
But they were tight buddies.
They were tight. I mean, I've got a couple guys that I still communicate with that was inactive, and I still talk to him.
There's a bond you form, isn't there, with guys that you serve like that?
And he's a little smarter than I am. And, he had 30 years with him, so he was one to really get a good guideline from. And you'd have a few that was, that was just your knuckleheads, and there's still a few of them around here that I don't go around with them anymore. I don't even know if they're still alive.
Did you feel like when you were there, you had to leave, you feel like there were some people that were very meaningful to you?
Yeah, there was. There was a few that I wished I could have took them home. There was some kids over there that was, at Christmas was always great. We'd let them go into Bob Hope Christmas show with us, and they'd all get Christmas presents.
Oh, that's so nice.
It was pretty cool.
The villagers, yeah, very nice.
The villagers would come in. They wouldn't let us actually come in the base, but they would let them sit there and listen to the music, and then everybody bought Christmas presents in exchange to the little kids. And
it had to be really meaningful, like when you're listening to somebody that has.
Over there is no toys over there hardly. But I'd love to go back over there now. They say it's beautiful.
And I hear they're very grateful to the Americans who were making what did you? So you got to go on leave back home. Did you? What was that like coming home? And you knew you were going to be going back.
I loved it coming back home.
How
I was waiting, ready to get home.
Was it 30 days?
They cut my papers to ETS on a Tuesday, and I was on an airplane Thursday.
And then you were here for 30 days, or?
Then I was done.
Oh, you were done?
I ETS'd out.
30 days?
Yeah. 30 days after they got my papers all cut and everything, I was done.
What did that feel like?
That was the best time there was.
Did you fly back into Lambert?
Now, actually, we flew back into Hawaii first, and then we went to Canada, and then I don't know why we ended up going back again, but went through Hawaii, and then back home. No, it was great.
Ready to get back home. What was it like the day you got back home?
One big drunk. Because it really hurt bad. It was bad enough. They changed the drinking law
18
to 18.
Yeah.
And then when I got out, I was 21.
They changed it to 21?
So they changed it back to 21.
You didn't get any breaks either way,
No.
did you? So your mom and dad were happy to see you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they were all happy.
Mom make a big dinner for you, or?
No, I think they actually took me out to eat. I think if I remember right, they actually took me out to eat.
And then you were the first night you slept in your bed?
I didn't come home.
Oh wait, I forgot the drunk. I forgot. We won't ask where you ended up, but so you got settled back in home. So Vietnam, they cut your papers and later, and then you were out of the military completely.
Right. Well, what it was, that all went back when it come back into that being the survive only son. Well, I got out the 6 month early dropout, but we still got our full rank. We got our full pay and everything.
Oh, great, for the 6
But
months.
we got the 6 month drop because
of sent you over there.
of nobody, nobody could do nothing about it. We were supposed to. I ended up staying there, and it took over a year, almost a year and a half, to get that. And I thought, okay.
That is so unusual because I think we were the brothers that were killed on the Navy ship, and they really changed everything then. So we're never going to have that. But Vietnam, they're desperate to have people over there. So how did it feel? Now you're not in Vietnam. You're home. The world's got to be a little different for you. You know, people are saying things about war and what was it like to adjust to being back home again?
Having to get up and go to work.
Did you have a job when you got?
Yeah, I got lucky when I got out. My dad worked for the railroad. He got me on the railroad, so it kind of helped me a little bit.
And then, so you know, so in the military, people are all working together for a cause.
Yep.
Sometimes adjustment in the civilian world, people are working for a paycheck, can be a little unsettling because you kind of sometimes feel like you have a bunch of complainers you're working with. You know, was that easy to adjust with?
It was a little bit different to do it because it took a lot of I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work. Oh man,
Adjustment period.
I could have stayed over there and not have to work, get paid, didn't have to worry about it. Then you had to come back here, then you had to go back to work.
So and when you're over there, you're entrusted with a lot of, you're entrusted with a lot of equipment, a lot of lives, a lot of responsibility. When you come back here, and you're starting over a little bit, I guess.
Right, your life starts over.
Yeah.
I mean,
Totally
it changes. Your time changes.
So you went to work for the railroad. How old were you at that time?
22.
22, and you feel like you'd actually lived quite a whole life already at 22. It's
Yeah.
seen more than most people will ever see at that age. Look at 23-year-olds right now; they don't have half that experience.
No, because I had brain surgery done here 2 months ago, and you remember? I don't know if you remember Doogie Howser, the TV show.
Howser, the kid.
Doogie Howser.
Yeah.
Well, this guy, I could have swore that was Doogie Howser that was doing brain surgery on me.
Uh-oh. So you know what you're doing.
But I mean, they've learned, they've had to learn themselves, and I mean.
So your whole career was military in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Are there any memorable experiences you want to share with us from Vietnam?
Just I had a good time when I went to Thailand or Japan.
Yeah, what was that? Tell me about that.
That was good. Now that was a great time. That was 7-day R&R.
R&R.
Yep, that was 7-day R&R, buddy. Nobody to answer to.
Uh-oh. And you stayed out of trouble, right?
Yep.
What did you think of Thailand and Japan?
Thailand was beautiful. We have a couple that are real good friends. She's from Thailand, and they got married. They're trying to get me to go with us. Her and her husband want us to go over there with them.
Be able to see the world again.
And
it's totally different, isn't it?
It was pretty.
Okay, so then you came back here and you started working for the railroad. Did you stay with the railroad the whole time?
Until they shut down.
Okay. How many years was that?
That was 14 years.
What did you do after that?
Went back driving a truck. Heavy equipment operator hauling road.
Did you finish most of your career and was doing that?
Yeah, that's about all I have done my life is.
So here's the important question. How'd you meet your wife?
Well, which one? I had 2, 3.
Well, let's talk about the one you're married to right now.
Oh.
How's that sound?
The one that in fact, me and her deceased husband, he died of cancer. And me and him we were like brothers. I mean, I grew up with the Hagemeyers, and we used to drink all the time. That's her son. He bad, just as bad as all of us were. But he ended up dying of cancer. And I told him that
He must have been pretty young.
I told him the day that he died, I come up to the house, and I told him, I said, I'll make sure that nothing ever happens to her. And we've been together ever since.
How many children do you have?
I just have the two.
And their names?
I got Tamara, my daughter, and then I got a son, Junior.
And then you have a stepson too?
Yeah, that's Brian.
And grandkids?
That's Karen. That's actually Karen's son.
And how about grandkids?
Yeah, there's one. There's two.
Wonderful. And they came here to listen. That's
Yep.
amazing. So let me ask just a couple more questions. I gotta pull my notes out here. How do you think the wartime experience affected your life? And in saying that, how did it impact it? If you'd not been a part of the war, how do you think it made your life different?
I don't know really how to answer that one, truthfully.
Did you feel like you became more understanding of certain truths, or not trusting of certain truths, or did it make you?
I learned a lot. To me, I learned a lot more people, a lot of people from a lot of people that I never thought I would before.
So your life expanded, your
But,
knowledge expanded.
Right. I mean, it's just, a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people that I wish people wouldn't have went wrong. I wish they could have had the opportunity to learn. I'm not saying I learned a whole lot,
But you learned something.
but I learned something where a lot of people has wasted their lives about it. They had the opportunity that I had,
Taking it a little bit harder and not knowing how to handle it.
Right.
Sounds like you have the ability, because it was difficult during that time. What we just talked about is you have a whole country back here almost at war, over the war, and yet you're over there at war, and you're seeing a war that you're not sure that you understand why you're there. To be able to reason through that can't be easy. It can't be easy to reason through that. So it takes quite a bit of wisdom.
There's nothing that can be easy.
So you just learn how to survive the day.
Life's too short.
Maybe that's the best answer. It is too short to hang on to.
I mean, it's just, to me, everything, life itself is all getting short.
The world is speeding up and the days are flying by. Let me ask you another question. Did you feel like there were any life lessons that you learned from the military? So, meaning, if a person was in the military, what life lessons did you learn from the military that maybe another person that didn't have the same experience would learn? Like, for instance, you went in at 16, and you said you'd been in some trouble. Did that help you at all?
It got me out of a lot of trouble, and I grew up hard. I think to me that was probably one of the best things my dad ever done for me.
So he was the one that encouraged you to go that way.
He's the one, and I love him to death. He's gone now, but I wouldn't be here now if it wouldn't have been for him. I
Good
mean,
father?
he taught me how to do it and to do it right.
Good values.
I never thought he could sign me in the draft board, not draft board, but a Army board, but he sure did, and he showed me.
And it was a good decision.
And that was one of the best lessons I ever learned. There was always somebody smarter than me.
And here's our canary, Jan Daly, with Screaming Eagle PFC Ferguson. He should have paid to get in. What a reaction.
Where do I begin to tell the love story that is older than the sea. The simple truth about the love you bring to me. Where do I start? You brought me meaning to this empty world of mine. There'd never be another love, another time. You came into my life and made the living fine. He fills my heart. He fills my heart. Very special thing with angel songs. Fills my soul. So much love that anywhere I go, you could be lonely. I reach for his hand. It's always there. How long does it last? Will love be measured by the hours in a day? I have no answers now, but this much I can say. I know I'll need him